Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for, this is for the last 3 months of the year, October through December. We're going to do a past, present, future spread, and in your past position, you have this unfolding beauty card. It says everything is unfolding as it should. Surrender and live in the unexpected. You have this expansion card. It says you are ready to expand and move forward to your next lucky break. So I like that. I think that Taurus kind of like needs a lucky break right now. And so, again, there could be kind of some sort of lucky break that's coming in for you. Again, in your past position, you have the Devil, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Swords. The Devil, this could just be simply eliminating anything toxic from your life because you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be a card of separation. And, I always say I don't think fives have to be bad cards. I think sometimes people look at the Five of Swords and say it's a bad card. But really, it could be separating away from something toxic. So I really don't think that the fives are all that bad is what I would say. And also, fives have very easy solutions. And so, again, I think that fives kind of aren't as bad as people make them out to be. But like I said, with the Devil here, this could be you removing anything toxic from your life. And I think that this could be anything that just, takes up too much of your time because you have these cards of expansion here. You have that expansion card, literally, and I feel it's encouraging expansion. But obviously, if we're attached to something that's stealing our energy, the Devil can simply represent an energy vampire, which doesn't even have to be a person. It could be, a belief system. It could be a job that we have or something that we're spending time on. And I feel you are just removing anything toxic that is stealing your time from your life, plain and simple. You have the Six of Wands. I feel like this will be a personal victory for you. I'm just getting like personal victory on the Six of Wands. So this is something where if you do eliminate something toxic from your life, I feel it'll feel like a personal victory. It'll just make you feel good. And anything you can do to lift yourself up is always a good thing with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about lifting yourself up. He's sitting on this horse, and, he's earned his right to be on this horse. He's being celebrated. Horses in the tarot represent assistance, especially the white horses. And you end with the sun. The baby is sitting on this white horse right here, and it kind of represents freedom on the sun card in some ways. Like he is very free, uninhibited. There's kind of like nothing holding him back. The baby that's on the sun card, and it's almost like you are working in this direction. I'm kind of seeing it as different in my head than I normally would. I am seeing this as you kind of entering into a time maybe where you're like more uninhibited. That's the word that's popping into my head. It's like you're not holding back any longer. Which is good. You have the Five of Swords. Again, I feel this could just be you eliminating anything that's taking too much time. I always get these messages of time. You have the Devil, and the Devil is Saturn it's really Saturn in Capricorn, but it is Saturn, and the Devil is sitting on the black box of Saturn, which I could talk about for days. But what I would say is that Saturn is time, and there's definitely something popping into my head about you like rearranging your time or rearranging time in general. So if you're wasting time, if you're thinking about rearranging anything like your daily routine, your habits, I think all that stuff would be really good for you because, number one, it might give you more time, but I also feel we're in a time of efficiency where we have to be more efficient. With the Devil, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I would be careful of like working together with other people. A lot of people get this right now. I'm not really sure exactly why, but what I would say is a lot of people have been getting these messages of just needing to look at your anywhere you collaborate with other people in life. This could be in love, in business, and work, pretty much anywhere. And needing to make sure that number one, you're the leader. Normally on the Three of Pentacles, the guy is standing on that bench, and the other two people are kind of supporting him in what he has created. But he is the leader. He is the one calling the shots on the final work that he has completed, right? So I feel a lot of you need to make sure that you're taking the lead in some area of your life. I also feel that you need to, again, focus on efficiency and make sure that quality is getting done, especially for those of you that either run a business or if you like lead a group in your career. I would make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. It is popping to my head, especially at the end of the year here. With the Six of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. Again, I would actually say this is probably good because this could say that either you have healed from something. It kind of feels like something emotional to me, so if you've been going through an emotional period of time, which, two eclipses, definitely, one in Pisces, definitely, could definitely be playing with your emotions. So I feel for a lot of you, this is more about personal healing and kind of, just correcting things, right? Can't make this up. With the Five of Swords, you have the Devil. Literally what I said. I feel like you are cutting out the devil. You even have the Ace of Swords right next to it, and the Ace of Swords is about cutting something out or removing something. Usually, the Ace of Swords cuts both ways. We have to kind of sacrifice one thing so that we can focus on something better with the Ace of Swords. Next, in your present position, you have this abundance card. Love it. You also have this releasing card. So we just talked all about you releasing something. And again, you could be releasing something for abundant purposes. If something is taking too much time, then it's in your life, could be anything, then it could definitely affect your abundance. And that doesn't just have to be money. That could be every form of abundance. And so you are clearly releasing something. The releasing card is kind of like a dark card, and you have the devil twice. I do feel that some of you could be releasing some darkness in your life, dark thoughts or, any situations that have pulled you into darkness. I feel that could be what you are releasing. You have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Wands is about kind of feeling fresh, and I get that feeling as well from the Sun. There's something about this Sun about, like I said, being uninhibited, not holding back, and I feel that's important for whatever reason. Like, you need to not hold back. Even we go down to the Strength card, to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, as always for you, Taurus, could be your heart, and this could say that you need to kind of have the strength to release your heart, and meaning that there are things that your heart is telling you to do, or there's a journey that your heart wants you to go on, and so for you need to have strength to follow your heart, right? And this comes up in every single reading that I do for you. You have the Seven of Cups, a little bit of scattered energy. I'm pretty sure in the last reading I did for you that there was a little bit of this scattered energy. I even think that, I'm almost 1,000,000% sure that in your last reading I said that there was something about the reading that said you need to focus in on one thing. And you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a laser-like focus. It is really drawing in on one thing and kind of making it your focus. I think that something that could help you at this time as well is finding a part of whatever you're trying to do to be motivated. Trying to find something that is a part of whatever you're trying to accomplish. The Sun, the Sun could be a big goal, wish, or dream, or something you're trying to do that would make you happy or feel fulfilled. And it's what part of that makes you feel enthusiastic, or what part of that gets you motivated? I'm working on a big project right now behind the scenes, and there's a lot of moving parts, and I've been kind of sitting here for a couple weeks just staring at it. I have the project all mapped out. I have everything that I need to put it together, but I've been just kind of staring at it. And the other day I found a part of it that I was actually excited to do, and I did it, and what do you know, I actually got motivated to kind of get going and start getting it finished. So it's sometimes I think that we think we have to do things in a certain order, but really it's can you just find a part of it that make you feel enthusiastic about, that you could start working on right now? And I feel that will get you motivated, and then you'll finish whatever you're trying to finish. You have the Ace of Swords. Like I said, laser-like focus, also a card of sacrifice. Usually we have to cut one thing out so that we can have something else with the Ace of Swords. So again, focus, like I said, if you're doing too much with the Seven of Cups, then you could just be feeling scattered or you're not accomplishing much. The Ace of Swords is all about balance, and we just had that Libra eclipse, which is also all about balance. So I feel that balancing things out is going to be important. I always think about the crown that is at the top of the Ace of Swords, and it's kind of like a crown that you can claim. But like I said, you have to bring balance into your life to claim the crown that is on the Ace of Swords. With the Page of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands. Again, this is all about being adventurous. Both cards really represent being adventurous, going on adventures, doing adventurous things, and that's what I would focus on there. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles. He is working on one thing. Eight of Pentacles is a card of diligence. He's only working on those pentacles that are in front of him, and he's not trying to work on 900 things at once. So I feel in your present position right now, after you are watching this video, kind of working in one direction is going to be the secret to your success. I think that, being too scattered for you is going to be a problem. And again, I'm pretty sure this came up in the readings that I did last weekend. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Temperance card, all about balance. The Ace of Swords is in perfect balance. The Temperance card is all about creating balance. So clear, I kind of do feel, we said this in your past position, the first row, that things are out of balance, or maybe things in your life have felt out of balance. And I feel like you need to focus on whatever you can do to bring things in your life into balance, but including your feelings. I would say, the devil twice is like darkness, and like I said, that releasing card is dark, and there's like even dark hands that are grabbing onto the moon, which could be like darkness in your emotions, right? And so I feel that your emotions need to be stabilized, but there are a million ways that you can do that. We go up to the strength card in the sun. The strength card is about your inner strength, like quieting your inner voice, right? The lion represents her inner critic, her inner demons, and she is taking control of it and correcting her thoughts. The sun would be about focusing on happiness, but also releasing your inner child. We have this wall behind the inner child on the sun card, and it kind of represents the wall that we all build up against our inner child because we're afraid of judgment or whatever. So the sun would represent more playfulness. Next, in your future position, you have the stag spirit. It says take the lead. You also have, you can't make that up. I literally said that on the Three of Pentacles. That was all about leadership. So there you go. You also have this hawk spirit. It says let spirit be your guide. I think spirit is trying to guide you. And the funny thing is that you have the Four of Pentacles, which is not listening to spirit. The Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly, and he's not trusting that the universe is going to guide him in the correct direction. So he really needs to kind of like open up and trust that he is being guided in the right direction, and he needs to release the fears. He's holding on to those Four of Pentacles because he's fearing that that's all he'll ever have. He is not trusting that we live in an abundant universe, and he can create more, have more, do more, be more, all those other things. So this is an abundant reading, right? It really is about, kind of improving your abundance or making your situation more abundant. You also have the strength card, probably the most important thing for you, I would say. Also, I feel like saying this week. I don't know what this week is. Today is the 5th, tomorrow is the 6th, so the 7th of October, right? The week of the 7th. I would say if you're watching this before or before the week of the 7th or during the week of the 7th, but even the rest of October, even though this is a 3-month reading, I would still say, it just seems more important to me that you do this right now. And even, again, I think tarot's timeless. So even if you're watching this in November, December, I would still do this, like work on your inner strength. Work on, changing the words that you use against yourself, the things that you say about yourself. All that would be really good. Wouldn't be a Taurus reading without like two heart cards. So you have the Queen of Cups, and right next to it you have the Ace of Cups. These are cards of really tapping into that heart-based energy and listening to where your heart is guiding you towards. Again, and there could be a little bit of fear of judgment with that Sun card. Sun is a very good card, but, again, he has that wall behind him, which is kind of preventing him. It's like that wall we all build against our inner child. Like maybe we're afraid if we are more playful in life, people will judge us, or maybe we're afraid if we, expose a creative idea that we have, that people will make fun of us, or, whatever the case may be. The Queen of Cups says, if you trust your intuition and if you trust your heart, then you will not be steered wrong. And, that's what I would do here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is you and your higher self. It's crazy that I said listening to spirit. And then, the Two of Cups, sure, it could be love. But as usual, like the last 6 months for you have been all about you. Like all your readings have really been self-focused, and there could be good reasons for that, but the Two of Cups can be you and your higher self, and it is a card of communication. And so I feel that for a lot of you, this would be about you communicating with your higher self. This could be through like meditation, dreams, daydreams, sign symbols, synchronicities, things like that. So I would be paying attention to whatever messages you receive. They are trying to get you to release whatever that Four of Pentacles is. With the Strength card, you have the World. The World could really be about taking your place in the world, and especially with the Strength card, people are seeing her being strong. Like, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So the whole point of the Strength card is that you are displaying your strength by, kind of controlling yourself and taking control of who you are. And so the World could even say that you are being a leader in the world. I also look at the World as creating your own world. There's normally a sorceress in the middle of the World card. She has two wands, and one wand is like the magician's wand. The other one is like a wand of just creating through action. And so I think you need to mix both, like manifestation and action as well. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, you have a lot of pages here, which could be like a fresh start or a new start. The Page of Pentacles could also be communication. So, like I said, I think communication with your spirit guides or whatever you believe in is going to be important. We're also, I believe, in a great time for learning or self-education. And the Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness. So, learning as much as you can about whatever you do would also be a good idea with the Page of Pentacles. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this Creator God card. Again, World card, you are creating your own reality. And you also have this Earthly Focus card as well. So I really feel that you have the opportunity, out of like all the signs, it seems like Taurus has the best opportunity to create a world that they really want to live in. But, there are certain things that don't belong in it that you have to remove. And there are other things that maybe you need to nurture more into existence. And that's what I would start focusing on here. It's like, I see that in my head, like the Creator God card there. I almost am looking at that, and it's popping into my head as like a chessboard, even though it's not right here. So it's almost like you're playing chess with life. And, again, you might have to make some moves. You have the Sun card, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. The Sun, of course, is the best card in the tarot, makes the whole entire reading more positive. I really feel you have to release your inner child here. Like, there's something about playfulness, taking things too seriously, putting too much pressure on yourself. Again, it's a good card, but I read intuitively, so I just read whatever energy I'm getting off of the card, and that's what's popping into my head, is that you need to stop putting so much pressure on yourself, and I also think you need to be more playful. I think that would be a good idea. You have the Two of Swords. Everybody's been getting the Two of Swords. I would say Two of Swords, Seven of Swords are coming up the most in readings right now. And they're both kind of similar, kind of. The Seven of Swords is about being tactical. The Two of Swords is kind of about being tactical in some ways, because she needs to get to this new island that's behind her here. And the Two of Swords is this or that thinking, but really there could be another way to do what she needs to do. She is looking at things the old way. She is sitting on this marble bench, and the marble bench is meant to represent like establishment, something that's been established for a long time. So she's only looking at things through the perspective of everything that she's experienced so far. She isn't open to new perspectives, and she needs to kind of like open up to new ways of doing things. So I would say if you're working on any important projects, or if you're working on yourself, new perspectives could be very beneficial. You have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this would be your emotions overflowing. Again, focusing on happiness, like I said. I think happiness is the key here. Focusing on your heart. Also, focusing on those things that you can do endlessly. If there's something that is stealing too much of your energy, then you're probably you probably really don't want to do it. And I would pay attention to that, right? If there's something that you're like feeling obligated to do, the devil could be certain obligations that are stealing your energy. And those are the things that I would either remove or change. Like, I don't think we have to cut everything out of our lives, right? And we'll always have to do things we don't want to do, but how can you make those things something that you do want to do? And change in perspective or a different approach could help you. With the Sun card, you have the Death card. I like this. Normally the sun has the two pillars from the moon in the background, and the sun is coming up between those two pillars. So I feel for a lot of you that you're entering into a sun period, which is like a period of more clarity and seeing things more clearly. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. Again, yes, you do have it twice. So the Page of Wands says go on the adventure to get to this new place, that island that's behind her. I really feel that like an overhaul is, it's a lot of you really could be overhauling your life. We were talking about time. I'm just putting the pieces of the puzzle together here in my head. It's like we were talking about time and your time, reorganizing your time. We were talking about creating your new world, but it's like I'm wondering if you're overhauling your life in some way. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Emperor. Again, for some, if you do want love, it's here. For sure, you could be attracting an Emperor. It could be any gender, whatever you're into. But I think more importantly than that, the Emperor is talking about you taking the lead in your life. It's like whatever you're going to be doing, I feel that you are the one that's going to be kind of like calling the shots, that you are the one that is going to be, making things happen, right? You have this Cane card that says pay attention to your health. Yes, I definitely feel Three of Swords. I would pay attention to your health, do whatever you can to make sure that you stay healthy. You have this wreath that says sorrow over a loss. It's like, I think that there are just certain things. It's like, even with the Sun card, even though it can represent our inner child, sometimes like a reading like this will tell me as a reader that sometimes we get to a certain point in life where we just don't enjoy the things that we used to enjoy any longer. And there is a certain amount of maturity with that, because if we are maturing and we don't enjoy things we used to, we're like, oh, that's kind of sad. I don't have that enjoyment from what I used to be doing. And I kind of feel like that's where this is coming from, but you're like moving towards new things. You have this rooster. It says, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Everybody's been getting these cards like a weird person. So I would just, if people are acting weird, I would avoid them. You have the scales. It says, keep your life in balance. Ace of Swords, for sure. Balance everything out. And you have this chain. It says, chain of events that will affect your life. Yeah, everything is adding up. Everything is coming together. I feel like you're connecting the dots in life as well, so to speak. But a very simple reading, and I like it a lot. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.